Hello, good evening, good morning, good day. Today we're going to continue. I'm going to continue reading Gintama chapter 659. So I was able to only read a few chapters last time, but I think I will try to read as much as I can again. I forgot to change this one. The last chapter, I think the last chapter had really good art with Gintoki and with Sadaharu. Man, yeah, I think one of the things that has really stood out for me with the manga is the art style. It's much more detailed. I think that's always have been the advantage if you compare it with animation, because you don't have to, because in animation you don't need as much detail as you can, and because with manga it's just a single panel. That's why you could add much more expressions, more details, more. I guess it's able to express the emotions and the actions a little bit more pronounced because of the heavy lines, the darker tones. So yeah, without further ado, let's continue reading 659. Is this the Altana that was covering the earth is starting to draw back? Could this be? He's alive. Below that rampaging Altana, inside the raging rapids of dragon veins, Sadaharu is still fighting. I may have taken him a bit too lightly. Never did I expect a beast like that to enter the battle with such resolve. Certainly, if one places their body in the underground headstream of the dragon veins, it would allow one to interfere with all of the Altana active on the surface. But that is not unlike trying to put out a fire from within its blazing flames. And what he is now trying to put out is the gigantic flame that one could even describe as the earth itself. Will he be burned a crisp first? Or will I drag him out of the dragon veins and put an end to him first? Either way, there is no change to the world's ending. But any budding hope that there may be, I will pluck out here and now. A miracle will not occur again. So then, would releasing him from his pain and meeting your end by his side not be your a family's responsibility? I don't wanna hear. Look at his expression here. I don't wanna hear you talk about family. Then how about I show you your choice? We're not a family or anything. We're not connected by blood, and we're born in a totally different places. We're not connected at all. And it's because of that we won't let these hands of ours go. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I think the art style has significantly improved in this. I guess so. I think after the once this new arc started, I don't know. Maybe I just really like a much heavier outer line of the characters. Yeah, it feels more. It's more darker, more thicker. This. Oh yeah, and he's using a katana now, not a wooden sword. So, so his hits would definitely be much more lethal. We're not letting a single one of you past here. We're not letting you get to Sadaharu. If Sadaharu isn't giving up, then neither are we. You're going to pluck out all hope, then right here and now, you'll stamp out all despair. We don't need some final hope. The world where he lives as just the Yorozuya's ordinary dog. The world where we're just the Yorozuya. Is that we're taking back. Foolish. Humans truly are incorrigible. Even if he stops us, he will die. There is no longer anything that can be done to save either him or the world. Yet you cling to that one in a million possibility. And continue to let him suffer to the end. You're choosing the path of suffering until the end. That's why I think every time I look at you. Oh, yeah. His wooden sword. Damn. And it looks much more graphic here in manga. Oh, damn. Whew. Humans really should be done away with. And yeah, I think I don't know how it was able to pass. I guess it's not officially a human in terms of censoring, because yeah, I think it's Shonen Jump is very. I guess it depends, but humans really should be done away with, man. Because look at this. This is very graphic. Relax. If you wanna end humanity that badly, then we'll go ahead and let you. But you immortals, put it this way, are ordinary humans just like us. Oh yeah, because he has a sword. What's this? The ones that receive my immortal blood are... Could it be Utsuro-sama? Utsuro-sama. That sword. Ooh, yeah. I see. I've gotten a very good look at your trump card. A sword made of the Chris. Yeah, but Utsuro is such a badass that he took... I guess he knows that it wouldn't affect him, but still, what if it killed him? Because he intentionally let it hit him, so he could, I guess, have an idea what Gintoki is using. A sword made of the crystals, strong enough to make a hole in me. Was that Umibozo's suggestion? It's true that using sword containing the Altana of other planets you can kill immortals. They're all imperfect, so their bodies are already breaking down. So they rotted away the moment this sword took their immortality. But that is not enough to kill me. Umibozo is mistaken. He certainly cordoned me on planet Koan using the same method you just used. But this is not Koan. This is Earth, the planet where I was born. Yeah, he has unlimited amounts of Altana. Here there is an inexhaustible supply of what I use as energy. The Earth's Altana. So even if you were to throw another planet's Altana at my heart, I can absorb as much of the Earth's Altana as I like and recover. Understand your trump card is no more than a poison needle dripping a drop of poison into an ocean. It all simply disappears into the seaweed. Question corner. Question from Fukuoka Prefecture's pen name, Sun and Moon San. Hello Sorachi Sensei. In volume 66, Boy Oboro asked, Shoyo Sensei, would you teach me regarding killing techniques? But when he's helping H sense escape from a pursuer. He let himself get hit by a throwing knife, right? So did boy Oboro learn bodyguarding techniques from Sensei as well. Oboro was protected by Shoyo, but feeling like he owed a debt to Shoyo, Oboro joined into Naraku and mastered those skills in order to serve a purpose to him. Shoyo also noticed that Oboro was stealthily doing all that sort of thing in secret, and realizing that Oboro was going to end up on the wrong path if he didn't do something. He tried to leave Naraku along with Oboro. I think, yeah, this is when I think Oboro got the I think he almost died. I guess he actually died, but I think Shoya shared some blood, some of his blood to him. 616. I am a monster that was born from this planet. This planet is my source of energy. An inexhaustible supply of Altana flows from it. In other words, the Earth itself is like a gigantic energy tank to me. Even if my body is poisoned by the Altana of other planets, my body will not rot away like theirs too. Because I can absorb the Earth's Altana as much as I please, and thus to construct my body as much as I please. Understand? As long as I am on this earth, I cannot be defeated. Say something nice about your old man once in a while. So long as this entire planet has not been destroyed. Oh no, the crystal sword, our one trump card to defeat the immortal. How ironic, is it not? The thing you are so desperate to protect is none other than my life force. The more you all attempts to protect this world, the larger a wall in front of you I become, the blocking you from success. But I would very much like to soon not be treated like a monster anymore. Ginsan! Honestly, you'd think you'd take a little bit better care of presents other people gave you. Of course, that ain't the only trump card that you've got. Like that bomb, for example. It scatters crystal rocks all over the surrounding area, and if wrapped in that smoke screen, an immortal's regeneration ability will diminish also. Yeah, okay, we get it. We were only able to eradicate the enemy thanks to you and your trump cards. How many times are you gonna proudly explain how that all works badly? Well, his son strayed from the righteous path, his daughter left home, so he doesn't really have anybody to listen to him, does he? Say something nice about him once in a while. Whatever, I don't care either way. But Utsuro, no matter how many times you resurrect, with all the lives we've gathered here, our champ cards will be able to kill you until you're reduced to nothing. So rejoice, the monster dies today. You guys, let's go, you bastards. This is the final battle. No, it's not. But it kind of felt like when I was watching it. We have only one target. Take Utsuro said, I love this part. This is such a badass part for Utsuro. He's such a monster. Ano allowed to are. And he's blinded. he's and I guess he's also not regenerating because of the smoke. Cutting off the enemy's eyesight, shrouding them in toxic fumes. And top of that, throwing all of your military forces at me alone. Before his eyes regenerate, take him down. Oh, damn, he looks more scarier here. Man, this is terrifying. Man, the dark black eyes. Am I really that scary? Little old me. Yeah, I feel bad for him though, because of it was the humans really that created Utsuro. Ta-ta-ta-ta. No way. He can see us. Is that possible? No, this is. He's sensing the presence of all movement around him. I'm quite used to losing my eyesight. Damn! Did this happen in the anime? Wow, this is so brutal. I mean, did they show this? A head cutting off, being cut off by Utsuro. Because this is the Shinsengumi. This is, I guess the Shogun assassination arc was really brutal. So I don't know. I guess I'm just always so surprised with how brutal this manga is, this anime. I've lived for so long. I've had quite a number of experiences after. Always, I was once locked in a dark cell where I couldn't see a thing for decades. There was once a time when I gouged out my eyeballs every day for decades. In that kind of darkness, for such an overwhelming period, you become able to sense things even without being able to see. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Though I suppose, regardless of what I see with my eyes or sense without them, there was only one thing around me. Yeah, Yamazaki. And I've grown so tired of seeing it, that look of fear. Wow. I'm glad they didn't cut off his head. It was just a flick. So Yamazaki still survived. Miraculously, he still lived. But man, imagine seeing this with Hijikata and Okita. Because Yamazaki's always been like he seems like their little brother in some way. Yeah. Man. A good thing it's not that. I guess maybe Utsuro still had a little bit of restraint. Because he would have got off his head here. Man, it's still making me tear up. Because I guess just thinking how Hijikata and Okita would be feeling right now. Man, imagine if they did this to Kondo. Man, I would be weeping so hard. Man. Because I guess it doesn't look as deep as I remember. Because I thought it was right here. If I remember it's like, but I guess it's maybe it's more than enough to be lethal. Yeah. Yeah, and he's fighting with Hijikata, Okita, and Gintaki. Without any without any eyesight. No matter how many times I resurrect, you'll kill me until I'm nothing. Is that right? Oh damn. I wonder just how many of her comrades will die by then. By the way, I still haven't died even once, but it seems there's already quite a gap. Do you happen to have any more of those trump cards? Oh, I was so worried for Kondo. Because he's so close to Utsuro. But I guess I'm underestimating Kondo's skills. Was the reason I didn't notice until now, because I couldn't sense even the slightest amount of fear from you despite me standing before you. Nah, it's just because cutting down villains is what the Shinsengumi does. Damn. Question from Shiga Prefecture's Child of Tisan. I've always loved Zenzo, so I was wondering, speaking from the perspective of Zenzo, someone only into ugly girls, what do you honestly think of Catherine? Ah, so brutal. She's just still, and he has written it very large in a large font. Usually it's a, I guess it's small. I guess it's small because it's in a paragraph, but there. Poor Catherine. But man, Catherine was beautiful in that one episode though. Okay, 61. The beginning of the end. Chief, what are we gonna do once this battle's over? What do you think? I don't have any skills besides swinging swords around. Oh, yeah. Yamaguchi, not Yamazaki. There's nothing I do wanna do more than go back to Edo. To be in the Shinsengumi with you guys. With us guys, huh? Not only am I not good with swords, I'm not really good at anything. But some way or another, I managed to keep chasing after the backs of you and the vice chief this far. Or maybe it's because I never had anything, that I was able to stick with you guys all this time, not ever thinking of anything else. Oh yeah, remember, they also somewhat made somewhat look like Yamazaki was killed before. Was it the Shinsengumi crisis? Where it looked like Yamazaki was killed. So I guess this is the second time. I think in that case, being an empty vessel isn't too bad. I'm no good at using swords, but I had some skill living as a sword of you and the others, Chief. So Chief, no matter what happens from here, please keep swinging your sword. Even if the samurai fall to ruin or swords fall to ruin, you'll always have a sword right here. The Shinsengumi will be with you. And he looks so dead here. As you can see his eyes. Yeah, I know. I don't have any skills besides that. Gondo-san! I've caught you, Utsuro. You won't be able to count on your regeneration ability inside this smoke screen. While I'm certainly impressed you're still standing with the sword pierced through your heart, I can see it. I can see the Altana leaking out from inside you. Just you wait. I'll drag that heart of yours out from inside your body. Then rip the rest out until it's all dried up. I'll make sure you get a good taste of our sword. Ah, man, the expression. Man, he's insane. Yeah. I see. You have a point that not only is my regeneration taking longer than usual, it hurts quite a bit. Certainly using this method, even you could possibly kill me. If you destroy my body faster than it can regenerate. Then if you crush my eyes and stab my heart, then what comes next? You'd better hurry, or the parts you've already destroyed will regenerate. One by one. I see. Damn. Well, I say this, you've quite impressively cut short my patience. Ah! No, wait. Oh, his eyes is back. No, that was quite good. Destroying my body at that pace, maybe you could really kill me. But unfortunately for defeating that me you've been fighting, your bonus time has already run out. Vice Chief Captain Okita. Uh Man, look at Kondo looks. I guess they look so dead here. Fire! A smoke screen ain't gonna be enough. Load this full body at the crystal's bullets. Do you think those bullets will actually connect now? Bullets that simply fly in a straight line are easier to dodge than a swaying naked blade. Then, how about an idiot flying at you in a straight line? As you can see, that is the easiest of all. Captain! It's so such a bad. It's not so, then try to dodge this idiot bullet. Oh man, this looks so good. If you won't drop dead, even if we cut you into squished strips or a drill you full of holes like a beehive, then I guess we need to blast away every last cell. Unfortunately, looks like you weren't able to blow your inferior genes out of me. But it's not over. Erase that arm. Even if it's just one arm, he can still. Captain, over here. Man, it's insane how terrifying Utsuro is. That he just his arm. Will that be enough to do it? If I try to fire it again right away, it could backfire. But I've got no other choice. After this, there won't be another chance. Yeah, he cut off his arm. And he's smart too. Damn. Bastard, your own arm. Is that the end of your trump cards then? I see. Well then, everyone, goodbye. Man, it looks so hopeless. Question corner. Question from Kanagawa's Prefecture's pen name Mari and Penguin-san. Hello, Sorachi-sensei. I have a question. How do Sachan tie herself up all on her own? Please explain exactly how the tying is done. Despite how perverse she may be, Sachin is a ninja, so she can dislocate all her joints. Not only can she put herself in some pretty outlandish posture, but her feet are so adept she can fold the paper plane with them. So making use of all four of her limbs, she can tie those ropes. And most of all, she's a pervert, so she can enjoy it while she's doing it. There really is no beating someone that enjoys whatever they do. That's an interesting information. K662. I can't believe it. Umibozo was. It's too bad. The one and only stalwart that was able to drive me into a corner in my entire long life was on this planet, where I can accept infinite life force and was just blown away in an instant like so much trash. It seems I was right. The only one that can kill me is me. Kagura-chan! I can't move. Oh, is this a Shinpachi moment? My body, my soul are getting tangled in the chains of despair. Captain. Kamui! Captain, fire! And this looks so good. Everyone is fighting with everything they have, but I... Oh man, look at this. Yeah. One of my favorite parts. Everyone is fighting until they are too wounded to continue, but I. Kondos. Stand up, damn it. Oh. Is that Yamazaki? I don't know, this is Yamaguchi. This is Okita. I have no anger or sadness welling up in me. Man, this and even looking back, it feels so hopeless. Even though I know what will happen, like it's just their expression during this moment. It's still so depressing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Forget about the world being destroyed before anything like that happens. We're going to be destroyed. Oh, this is a cool shot by that single monster. Oh, damn. This looks so cool. Insane. I've We've realized it now. That's not something we cannot resist against. It's not something we can reject. From the moment they're born, how a person's life's end is already decided. No one can escape from that law. That man, it's that law itself. The law of death has appeared before us in human form. Finally, some good looks on some faces. Yes, that's right. You were born to die. Idly resisting against that divine providence is not something you can do. All you can do is, when you're old and awaiting your final moments, to close your eyes and quietly fall into a slumber. All you can do is cast aside that sword and accept me. Death. A samurai's katana. It's not something to be sheathed in a scabbard. It's something you sheath in your own soul. The era we live in may no longer have any need for a samurai, but no matter how the era we live in changes, there are things people cannot forget. Shinpachi, Otae. Even if at times time comes to cast aside your sword, do not lose that honest sword you keep in your heart. That father of mine left us with the words of never casting aside your sword, no matter what. And he passed away with his eyes still open. Even in death, he didn't divert his eyes. Until his final moment, that man kept searching for them. Oh, oh man, I'm getting chills from this. Shinpachi, man, look at this. Man, he looks like a main character MC here. Damn. Man, that Utsuro is terrified. Man, wow. Man, it's making me tear up. I guess I'm so happy for Shinpachi. Man, so good. So I'm so proud that yeah. Because it's always been like, I guess, considered to be the weakest among them, but you were not born to die, even if I lost my beloved father. Oh man, it's making me tear up now because I'm remembering what will happen next. How cool Shinpachi became. And yeah, he took over the Yorozuya. Even if I lost my beloved father. And then this definitely shoot up his rankings in popularity po. Yeah, just this moment. Even if this body of mine is making me, why is it making me emotional again? Yeah. For things that do not end, for things that do not change. I am here, alive here and now. Shinpachi. Oh man. Man, it's making me emotional. Did I cry during this part? I don't remember. Man, this is getting me emotional. So until the final moment, I will not shut my eyes. I will not let go of the sword. Father, your sword still lives on inside me. That was a nice swing, though just the first one. I don't remember this. Man, look at how detailed his hands is. It's decaying. Ugh. The fingers, man. What is this? It can't be. The dragon has disappeared. Question from Kanagawa Prefecture's pen named Marisan. Why is Ginsan's hair silver? How did it get silver? Please let me know. It gets that way from coloring it with Copic B6 and I love his answer. Yeah. 663. Wounds. Wait, that's Utsuro's body is. My regeneration ability has diminished drastically. Is it me or did the art style really improve? I think chapters when I was starting early from reading, I think 630 or 620. I think the art style is much, I don't know, I guess it's much, it feels much better compared to when I was reading earlier. When they started with when the Liberation Army was attacking the Kabukicho district with Hedoro. I don't know, it's more I think it feels more accurate to the, I guess it's very similar to the art style with the anime, but I guess but at the same time it's much better than the anime because it's much more detailed. But I think from the beginning, when I was reading in the parts with the Evangelion, it feels a little bit different compared in the anime. The Altana reaction in the area has been cut off. The dragon veins have disappeared. It couldn't have been. The Inugami, it's still going. That wild rampage. Stop it. It stopped it all on its own. Yeah. Seize the opportunity, Shinpachi. Man, look at that face. Ah, we finally caught you, Utsuro. Your bonus time has run out. Dragon veins have been sealed off from this area. You can't replenish your immortal energy anymore. Those countless swords that you broke brought us here. Now we've gathered up all that broken steel and turned it into fangs that will bite apart your immortality. We won't break anymore. We will not lose anymore. Oh man, that's such an epic moment. It would seem the fighting spirit has been restored in the eyes of these soldiers. Damn, but still, by their nature, dogs and children are not beings to have any concern over. The idea that they could change the tide of this battle is quite astounding. But the dragon is not dead yet. The dragon is still within me. Yeah. Man, he's insane. But I'm so impressed with Shinpachi here. Even without the dragon brains, I still have Altana remaining inside my body. I plan to see that before that supply runs out, he will run out of strength. It was quite incredible that a single creature blocked off the dragon vein. But alone, the limit of what he can hope to do is temporarily put a cap on it with his spirit pressure. When his power runs dry, the dragon veins will once again start to run wild, and those fangs are already starting to disappear. Or perhaps even before that, someone will erase them. Regardless of how, it will be more than in time to meet them. Yes, they will bring the end. Oh, look at this. Oh, it looks so graphic. No, this irregularity is not only because of the dragon veins. This is... Have you still not noticed? You are just a tiny poisonous snake. You're no longer any kind of dragon. And also an insane one that has bitten its own tail, spreading poison through its veins. Its own veins. If you want an end so bad, then end on your own. Just like one of those good for nothings, an imperfect regeneration, I see. A poisonous snake, it's that so. Yo. Looks like your wound healing has seen better days. You better savor the feeling. Those wounds were left by the ones that risked their lives and were killed to inflict them on you. I won't let a single scratch go to waste. The fragments of the crystal blade. When you threw the broken piece of the crystal blade at me back then. It wasn't to take away my eyesight. Those pieces were meant to make use of my regenerative ability so I would absorb them into my body. Despite being tiny fragments, if the crystals are kept inside the body for a prolonged period of time, the Altana will be encroached on and an immortal's regenerative ability will start to go awry. And with the dragon vein sealed, leaving me unable to replenish it. Whatever. As long as the proof that they fought remains on your body, we won't let a single one go to waste. The meaning, thoughts, regret, hope. Oh, look at that. This looks so cool here. Everything we fought with will be carved into your body. Station corner. Fukushima Prefecture's in Oboro. Fujiwara Kazuki-san. Pen name for ice. Oh, this looks good. Otsu. $664. Oh, it's a Daharu flashback. Sugar content. What I'm saying is, if you hadn't stuck your big fat nose in when you did, you'd be rolling in reward money right now. Are you serious? Look at the pot calling the kettle black. Shut up, it's over now. Whining about it is not going to do anything, yes? I mean, anyhow, you were Asadaru. Yeah, the art style here looks different. I guess it's intentional. We're home. Yeah, one. Guard dog. Man, this is So good. Pouring in everything, sacrificing all you have. Yet what you won from it all was so very little. All you have done is temporarily strip me of my immortality. Even having succeeded in that, unless your blades reach me, it will have no meaning whatsoever. And I'm sure you're well aware whose life force is burning away in order to produce that meager flame of hope, as well as the fact that the flame is already about to go out. And as long as he clings onto that flame, he will suffer until the end. Ah, man. This looks so good. The details. I will not be the one to kill him. You will. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. Sister caught a cold and it held me back a little. Oh, good morning, Sadaharu. I'm in luck. From the looks of things, I'm guessing everyone's still up to sleep. Oh, I see. I'm back, Sadaharu. One. Ah, please. Just wait for us a little bit longer. It's so good. It got us. We should have gone home earlier. Yes, we were going to get soaked. I really don't like damp walks home like this. A wet road, house where no one's waiting for you. I start remembering things like that without meaning to. Sadaharu, where did he get off to? He... I'm home. One. Hey, you just got home too. You were always there waiting for us to come home, weren't you? Yeah. And Gintoki's memories. Of course he was drunk. I'm never drinking again. I know I say that every time, but this time I really swear I'm off to the stuff for good. I'm worn out from throwing up so much. Ah shit, my head hurts so much it feels like it's gonna split in half. This is pain like never before. It's like an elephant standing on my head. Oh, great timing, Sadaharu. I could use some help. I drank so much the elephant won't move from the top of my head. Could you bring me to the living room? What's with that face? You look like you want something. Okay. The reason I'm able to go out and get plastered every night is thanks to my brave guard dog looking after my home. I know, I even bought bought you a souvenir. Go grab that bag. It's one jai. Oh, oh, my head hurts even more. And now it's dark. I'm gonna die, Sadaro. Save me. Gukecho. Gukeho. I feel better. Sadaro, you cured me. I owe you one, man. Thanks. Oh, and I'm home. One. Oh, man, this is still making me tear up. We're gonna come home just like we always do, okay? We're definitely coming back to the guard dog that always protects our place to return to. So, Sadaharu, we gotta keep waiting for us like always. We're not coming back to the grave of a dog that protected everyone's place to come home to. We're coming home to our Yorozuya. The place where you howl welcome home when we come through the door. Man. So good, man. We're going as fast as we can without looking in any other direction, so please, Sadaharu, please don't die yet. Man, the expressions, man, it's so it's so chilling. Man, the intensity of the expressions. Ah, you could hear it. You could hear the scream. And the panels are so good. Too bad. It would seem that the sealed dragon vein has come back to life. It's over. Your flame of hope has disappeared. And so the volume 73, I didn't get permission for the whole poison mushroom thing. But I wrote up to this page going on the assumption that it'd be okay, and I'm really hoping that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Especially Stan. It'll be fine, I'm sure. I mean it was all true after all. Speaking of relationship with editors, I got an email from my first ever editor. Oh, Onishi. I remember now. Onishi the other day. The dress is different from back when he was my editor. I turned into One Piece gachi ba? One Piece. It turned into One Piece. One Piece is number one. Something that or the other made me think this guy is gonna live a long life. Okay, well, see you next volume. And it was such a great volume. Man, it's still getting me emotional, man. And I think that's one of the cool things with the manga is the expressions. Man, look at this, the art style, the details. Man, look at how detailed his hands is. And I don't know if it felt like the art style improved the moment from I think once after we ended with the liberation army arc, where they were able to when when uh when Madao and Hata decided to save the earth and the liberation army ship. Because I don't know, it feels like it's much more better. The art style is much more better here. So 665. It feels it's significantly improved. It's already great, the art style, but I don't know. It feels like this is um it's way above compared to the previous one. Maybe it's just because of of what's happening. And I guess maybe the panels are much more bigger. I guess each part, so you could see it more clearly. And I guess there's probably less dialogue here, because I the 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 arc with the Liberation Army, trying to stop the Tsuchi, I forgot the name of the weapon. There's a lot more dialogue, and I guess here it's more action packed. Just a little further and we'll be by your side again. So please, oh man. But yeah, just bark one more time. Oh, it's so cute. Bark, welcome back to us. Oh man. But yeah, we know he's going to survive. But still, flame of life. It's over. With his death, the dragon has been reborn. Your flame of hope has just gone out. Ironic, isn't it? The sword of hope that would have ended me if you were just a few seconds faster, in those mere seconds gave birth to a new me, and it became a sword of despair. Oh, he's ceiling, yeah. After a countless number of lives and deaths, I wonder just which number me this is. But I do know that it is the last one. I am the final Utsuro, and you are the final man to kill an Utsuro. My, this was quite a bit more trouble than I expected. It seems there was a little resistance to my forcefully ending everyone. I know I can't expect you to forgive me, but I think I can at least get you to give up and accept your fate. Even he who kept struggling to the end seems to have finally come around to accepting it. Even this planet is lending me its strength. Now, we can all meet the end without a single dissenting voice. Sadaharu. One. What happened? I'm certain that for a moment he was half spirit body, even while he lost half of his physical body. Using his Genriki, he maintained his existence in the living world. Where did that half-faded life get such an enormous power? Gathering, what's this? There's a power gathering here. My, we never knew the planet we lived on such a rambunctious child. Just how many sacrifices need to be made before it will settle down? At the very least, that dog, beast, and the three stooges seems to have been sent back to the kitchen. True, then all the more reason to have it keep eating until it's had its fill. If it were to devour all the lives here, then perhaps. What the hell are you doing? So, in order to stop the dragon veins, the populace has returned its life force to Genriki and given to him. We won't let you be the only ones to protect the flame of life or clear away the darkness. Not Sadaharu or any of you. This is our planet Earth. So your suffering is ours as well. We will fight to the very end. So everyone, don't lose to this. You are not alone. Oh man, look at this. It looks so good. I guess this is a preview. Six. Oh man, the cool Shinpachi. Volume 74, maybe I should start the countdown. I guess starting from 3. No, better go with 5. Or hold on, actually. I may want to start around from the 10. Life force into physical power. Yes, normally humans lack the ability to calm dragon veins like we can. But only because they don't know how to use their power. With us guiding you, your life forces may be able to be returned to Genriki and drawn out from you. It's too reckless, sister. That would be like making the people of this city take on our duty. You would be telling the people of this land to sacrifice their lives in order to calm the dragon. Just how many sacrifices would have been made in order to stop that rampage? Did this happen in the anime? I don't remember. Where they use everyone's life force to maybe I just don't remember. We've all long since started fighting, haven't we? Do you think that Poppy is fighting for something like duty? Do those people look like the kind of noble-minded folks that would fight to protect the world? 1. Komako. Regardless of duty, they would all still be standing here. The creatures called humans. They just want to be by their friend's side. Take it, our power, and everyone's feelings. We are here with you. The dragon veins, a mishmash of regular humans, just stop them and make sure they never interfere again. If you think you can stop us, go ahead and try. We will not fall back a single step. We've long since prepared ourselves. We've come this far, so we'll stick around with you whether it's to heaven or hell. But one thing we refuse to do is leave anybody behind. One little flame alive that be sniffed out by a strong breeze, when joined together with others, becomes a great blaze that won't ever be going out. However, how many times you guys can come resurrect, we'll keep standing back. This flame ain't gonna going out. We won't let anyone else die. We will be your flame, so please, everyone, stand by our side one more time. Oh man, what's so space? No man. You should get out of my sight. Just long how do you intend to keep up this meaningless struggle? Just how long do you intend to oppose me? Humans, I know you far better than you do. They're foolish, cowardly, brutal, unsightly creatures. They make the same mistakes over and over and bring about unending sadness. The ones that feared me, the ones that killed me again and again, the ones I killed again and again, I will end those creatures here. No, I already have, yes. The humans I know should already be long over. With their fear, resignation, despair, they should all already be gone. What are they? What is this feeling? You're exactly right. Humans are foolish, cowardly, brutal creatures, but there's one thing you forgot. Humans are creatures that fight with their own weaknesses. Oh, it's such a cool shot. There are none of the weak creatures you know here. And the art style is so good. You creature that fears humans. Fears me, fear humans. No, that's not it. I just don't understand how from me, someone that curses humanity, was the other personality. The human-loving Yoshida Shoyo born. How is it that humans that were beaten by me, that lost everything, you should not be able to keep standing up? You should have rotted away long ago. Yet how? How is it you are still standing there? Thank you so much for 74. I think we should be in this room shot, but I was saying again how I'm gonna end this series for a while. Yep, still going, and I've been on that for I think 3 years, but it's okay now because this series is gonna end for sure. Even if my right hand suddenly gets emolded into a Psychogun. I'm closing out this manga this year back at the beginning of the year. I told Editor that my right arm might actually turn to Psychogun. But I take my time a bit and we can comfortably end the series around August. But that was back at the beginning of the year. And my right hand is in a Psychogun. It's still a gripping G-pen. And the cicadas are all tired out from chirping here in August. And I'm crying. It doesn't feel like it's closing out at all. Psychogun is a weapon, the main character from the manga. Oh. Cobra. Undying and unyielding. He shouldn't be able to stand. That sword should have long been broken. How? Oh man. It's so good, man. How are you still standing there? How is it this mortal? Ordinary humans. How? Look at that, man. How? I don't understand. The Even after watching humans longer than anyone ever has, I understand humans less than anyone. These are the weak creatures that feared me. Gaki. This is the power of the foolish humans that I tried to end. No. Must have known. I hated the true value of those foolish creatures. It was because I knew that I tried to cast it off. That which had the possibility to even erase this hatred that is me. Oh, that looks so cool. That existence. And the human born inside me. That master and student. Ganma prefectures pa na-memorize Juge mo instead of English vocabs question. My mom mentioned to me while watching Gintama, when my friend's natural perm gets wet, her perm gets even more fizzy. So how come when Ginsan gets wet, his sperm calms down? I know it's odd to ask this so late in the game, but I can't stop wondering about it. So could you please tell me? When he gets water on his head, first his head droops from the weight of the water, and when it dries out, it gets frizzy. That's how I imagine it. Imagine anyhow. Six, 8. I know that boy. Show you is there, and the me inside me. Oh yeah, the moment where your sword doesn't reach me. No sweat as well. Oh man, this is so cool. The power of humans. Man, this is such a cool moment. It's not just Gintaki. Man. It's kind of sad at the same time because you know it's Shoyo is still there. But I guess I think at least Shoyo gets to see Gintoki doing this. And he's definitely so proud of Gintoki. Altana response on the Earth's surface has completely disappeared. What in the world is happening down there? I don't care what happened. All I know is they just showed us what kind of guys they've got. Now it's our turn. What's the status of personnel evacuating the Aminatori ship? If we're gonna shoot it down, now it's the brother. Sorry, but we cannot abandon the ship. Inu Kagutsuchi's energy still hasn't fully depleted. If we shoot down the ship at this range, the energy will end up reaching the Earth. By abandoning half of the ship, Hinokagutsuchi's flames will burn out in space. But brother, if we don't do something, you'll fall to Earth along with the ship. Even if you render Hinokagutsuchi powerless, if the ship falls, the damage to the Earth will be. So we've got no choice but to stop it then, on our own power before it collides with the Earth. Not an impossible task. While the Aminotori ship is half destroyed and appears to be out of control, it is still faithfully following its directive to move towards Earth. Following that logic, while it may not be to be controlled by usual means, it must still have some brain that could follow up an order of stop. Now, with the system partially destroyed, we could bypass security and directly meddle with the core, which in theory should allow us to stop it. The only issue with the addition of Earth's gravity, I'm not sure how much longer the fleet can hold the Aminotori ship back. What you say our chances of success are, you don't want to know. Though as long as they're not zero, there's still hope. Never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. You all, I told you to abandon the ship immediately, did I not? Our destination's the same one way or the other. We've done all we can. There's not gonna be any running or hiding now. We've come this far. Whether our final destination is Earth or whether it's hell, there's no big difference to us. Because whichever one it is, they'll be standing there, waiting for us. Never did I think that that man was still inside me. Born within the man that constantly saw the ugliness of humanity and tried to put an end to it, was a self that believed in humans and opposed him by trying to protect them. That was nothing more than a moment of hesitation born within me as I wandered my infinite life. It was nothing more than the fragment of me, born among the countless in that eternal suffering. But that solitary moment destroyed my eternity. Perhaps the one that was a fragment was me. But humans, it will not end here. You, that man, made a choice. Endless war, life colored with suffering and sadness. There is no longer anyone that can end that. There is no longer anyone that can save you. Eventually, I expect you'll come to realize, disciples of Shoyo, you could not save Shoyo. Then there is no longer anyone that can save your master. Yeah. I guess one thing I realized that I'm somewhat, I guess, wishing that somewhat happened. I don't think we ever saw the four heavenly kings against Shoyo. I think that'd be a cool moment. Just even if it's not for the end, I don't know. It feels like very poetic, and I don't know, in some way. But I think it's already great that it's Gintoki with his new family and trying to fully complete the story with Shoyo. And I think this is this definitely feels like the ending of Utsuro. The next part, the next arc, felt more like I guess it's still somewhat focused towards Utsuro, but I feel like I heavily think it's more about Takasugi and his I guess his final moments with Gintoki. That's what it felt like for me with the final arc. For me, this feels like the final end of Utsuro, of Shoyo, because the final moments, them struggling to defeat Utsuro. I guess it's with Utsuro, more with Utsuro rather than Shoyo. Because we already had I think we already had the moments with Shoyo from the some of the moments whenever Gintoki is facing Utsuro, but I think it somewhat is pretty much wrapped up with here. I guess after this it feels more like Gintoki trying to solve I guess a brewing problem because of the cells of Utsuro, rather than it's just being about shoyo. Farewell. 669. Beyond the deep darkness, past the light of daybreak. Osaka's prefecture pen name Sour Lemon Sand question. Hello Sorachi Sensei, I have something to like to ask. Did you go to any specialized vocational school for studying manga? I would very much like to know. No, I didn't. In my case, back when it was a time to get a job in college, I didn't want to work at all and I was sick of studying. You know, I wanted to escape reality, so I decided to try and become a mangaka. I didn't want to perceive drawing manga as studying or a job. If I were obligated to study and go to classes on manga, then I would have seen manga like that too, wouldn't I? In that case, running away to manga wouldn't make sense anymore. Of course, I'm only speaking from personal experience here, even though now I've put all sorts of effort into drawing entertaining manga. I never thought of it as studying or really as something I need to work hard at. To me, manga isn't something someone else is making me do. It's something I decided on my own to do because I want to do it. And that's how I want it to stay. Since I've got that stance out on it in my head, I probably wasn't suited to going to school for it. So even now, long after become a pro, I don't consider being constantly crushed under the weight of deadlines every week as work. Samurai country. It's been a long time since our country was called that. Oh, yeah. Another flash forward. The skies of Edo, the samurai once risked their lives to protect. Once again, have the ships of foreign lands flying through it. The streets of Edo that the samurai once risked their souls to protect. Once again, have the aliens walking with a swagger in them. This was so nostalgic. This narration of, and it's Shinpachi again. It's been 2 years since then. And while the scars of war still very much remain, one step at a time, Edo is returning to how it used to look. Run! The ship is falling. Where are we supposed to run to? With something that big falling on us. Wherever we go, we'll just run now. I knew this was too reckless. Not only is it not stopping, it's only gaining momentum. How is it on your end, Hasegawa? The seawalls are breaking one after another. We can't hold out much longer. How long till you can gain control of the system? We're currently at 43% progress. We're not there yet. You need to buy us just a little more time. There's no way we're giving up. There's no way in hell we're gonna lose this. Gin-chan, hurry. You gotta get up. Gin-san. I know. We can't drop dead yet. I can't end yet. Because we still haven't accomplished anything. On that day, we were destroyed along with the planet. And that day, maybe we were reborn along with the planet too. What makes me think that is that while Edo is returning to how it looked before, something about the scenery looks different. Or maybe... You moron, I told you that's wrong. Even a golden retriever can work as a cash register nowadays. So why is it a human like you can be working here a month and still not be able to handle it? I've had useless people like you working here before, you know. And they probably died in a ditch somewhere a long time ago. Hey, shopkeep, that's enough. Now, kid, forget the register. Just get me some milk, would ya? Please, sir, you mustn't spoil him like that. Nah, it's just when I look at the samurai these days, they just seem pathetic. It's been 2 years since the war where they pick a fight with the entire universe. It was by the skin of their teeth, but I'm glad they managed to avoid destruction. But with the country in ruins and exhausted from war, they didn't have the strength to rebuild. And without cooperation from other countries, they wouldn't be able to feed their people. So when they started sucking up to everybody around them to keep from dying out, just felt like looking at a living corpse. When I see things like that, I just... This looks like worse from what happened with Shinpachi. Want to extend not just hand but also a foot. Ga ha 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 ha. Yeah. Wow. Who the hell are you? Don't you know we're ambassadors from planet Chatorian? And he looks so cool. He's like from an MC from a different anime. Yeah, won't you quiet down? What, is it mating season around here? You were so loud that I could hear you over my best of Terakado Tsushinpachi edition. It's a real annoyance. So please vacate this establishment on the double or else I won't be able to ignore what you did to that boy. Because I used to be him. So I'm certain that you too can become strong. What do you think you're doing making such a ruckus in my shop, you low lives? Are you okay, Moske? How dare you people do that to my son? That just got over being a shot in and started working. I don't know what kind of big shot you are on whatever planet you come from, but I ain't gonna let you throw your weight around here. This is our country and this is my shop. We lost all kinds of stuff in the war, but in exchange we learned that we can't afford to lose. Push it, Machi. I won't allow you to insult those samurai that taught us that and protected those things. You dumb planet glasses yan. Get the hell out of here. Ah, damn earthling. You people should have gotten cocky ever since the war. You better not forget this. This is gonna be an international incident. But it's still cool though. He's cooler now. That's a good shop you've made into it, manager. Ah, that's weird. Everything in front of me looks blurry. It must be tears of joy. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Just as I thought. Yeah, look at the art style. How much I guess it changed. I can't become like that man. When I look at Edo now, I wonder what exactly that man was. Everyone's getting stronger. Everyone's become more resolute. I thought that they killed Gintoki here. It felt like it that Gintoki died, passed away. Same as always, the only one on the verge of tears is me, Gin-san. Farewell. Fukuoka Prefecture's pen name, my dad is a pilot, sans question. I noticed there's a lot of tall female characters in Gintama. Are you perhaps into tall girls, Sorachi-sensei? You are, aren't you? Aren't you? Are you? I am a short and stout Takeda Tetsuya type. So I like slender women, but I like compact women too. In Gintama's case, Otai, the first girl I designed, was pretty huge. Then she became the measuring stick for all the girls that came after her, so they all ended up huge. $670. No matter how you look at it, this sure doesn't look like a country that won, does it? Even though we won the war, we lost too. Everybody lost together. Yeah. Yep. Man, this is awful. Are we ever gonna get back to normal? I wonder. Well, some things will go back to how they were. Some other things won't. Ane-san and Mone-san said they don't know when he'll wake up. He might be like that forever. He might wake up today, but they could say at least that we have no means of waking him up on our own power. Every planet has to have an Inugami, yes. Even if this planet does not have such a way, some other planet might. Ginchan, I have made up my mind. I have already told Poppy and the others. Then we'll go to. Do not come with me. If you are the type to throw away your hometown when it is so beat up after to chase after a woman's behind, then I do not need your help. Kagura-chan, you guys know why I started the Yorozuya in the first place. To make a long story short, it's because I had nothing to do. I didn't feel like doing anything, so I decided to do whatever. Pretty messed up, right? I think, we made it here for reasons like that a bunch. So while I gathered together other messed up people like me, I lost track of when it was time to stop. What are you talking about? Usually never talk about stuff from a long time ago. At a time like this, you're gonna quit. Like I said, we decided that each of us in this messed up group have things we want, things we have to do, so it's time to take down this messed up signboard. I found something I need to do myself. Shinpachi, the ball's in your court. What about you? Hey, mister. What is this? Yorozia Ginchan thing. Huh? Who exactly is the Yorozia Ginchan person who's written on the business cards? I mean, mister. Your name is Shimura Shinpachi, right? So why isn't the name on the card Yorozue Shinchan? That person isn't around anymore. But if it weren't for that person, the Yorozue wouldn't be here. Actually, the same probably goes for Edo, and the same goes for me. So, I don't want to forget him. I want to remember him. I want to remember us, the Yorozuya. Okay. Wait, is that guy the hero from the war? He looks so cool, eh? I guess he looks pretty similar from the movie when Gintoki went into the future. He's not really that type of. I see. My dad told me that when the war ended, all the Bakufu officials that ran away came back only after everything had happened, and then started arguing over which one of them had saved Edo. They're all frauds. The real hero that protected Edo, that protected us, is that man. The last time. It's Madao. Until that man appeared, everyone thought those beings had been wiped out. Without that person, not only the Earth, but the entire universe would have been destroyed, wouldn't it? I wasn't expecting this. Such a turn of events. But I think it's going back to the usual stuff at the same time. Continuing with the story. It was incredible with the few words. He made everyone forget who were enemies or allies or what their social status were. And I guess in some way, Madao did play a big role in ending though. Everyone played a big role. It's not just Gintoki. Everyone had a role to play in. Because if it weren't for Madao's decision in stopping the Liberation Army in some way, Gintoki and the others would had no chance of fighting Otsuro, because they would have just fired the Hinokagutsuchi. So yeah, everyone played a big role, and I don't blame Madao for taking any credit, because at least I think he needed it. He deserved it to have a job. I guess to become a celebrity. I felt in my skin that is what a true hero desires. True hero is. Or perhaps that's not the right word. I suppose what you call men like that on this planet is maddeningly daring or samurai, or simply Mada. Hasagawa Taiso. The image of the last samurai that saved this world is now finally on camera, with millions of military forces bearing down on him. He was the fighting force to stop them, all on his own. A video recording replicating the event by the man himself. On a battlefield surrounded on all sides, hey, director, somebody just hit me. Evo, that charismatic entity that made everyone allies with just a few words. And when that great despair descended on us, hey, pull this up a little bit, it's heavy. Like, really? That strength of his stop it all on his own power. And as he analyzed that attack, his sunglasses were also pulverized. Hey, what are you doing? Hero, last samurai, honestly, neither of those names quite suit me. I'm dyed in many colors. I'm both none of and all of those things. I am unemployed. Professional samurai style. Special Hasegawa Taizo. Coming soon to a TV near. Sister, I'm home. Oh, welcome home, Shinchan. And this is another misdirect with Otai. You're home early today. I was just turning off the TV to make dinner. Takanoa Yoshimura is a famous Mongolian sumo wrestler. I think that's how Frieza turns off a TV. Please use the remote. The Takanoiwa? No, that's just for shutting down Yokozuna. Well, he definitely fabricated a lot of it, but please don't be too hard on him. Hasegawa-san did his part too. Everyone in Edo worked together to protect it. Ignoring all of everyone's efforts is the part I'm willing to be lenient about. It's not like everyone fought hard so they could get lots of glory. But that man needed it, yeah. An unemployed person became hero of the country. His wife that left him might even come back. It's been 2 years since then. Me and everyone else has started on new paths since then, and I want to be supportive, but I just don't think I can be supportive of him. He had it rougher than most people before, but don't you think you can find it in you to wish him well? That's not what I mean. It's just that his face just pisses me off and makes me want to punch it. What happened to the part about everyone working hard together? Man. Exile is Japanese by High is Low is a drama produced and acted in by members of Exile. Rising Sun is the name of the famous. So yeah, it's definitely a reference. Okay, I'll sugarcoat it a bit. I hate old men that don't act their age and glitch themselves up like Exile. I like High and Low. That wasn't much sugar on that coating, so little I could I think I could see the rising sun peeking through the seams. And is that person thinking about his wife? But I guess that's the bad part of having this much popularity with Madao, is that maybe it made him separate with his wife even. Because I heard he's just spending night after night hanging out and drinking around the town for free by representing himself as a big hero. Sister, where did you get that information? You've already washed your hands of the nightlife's industry, haven't you? It's not just heroes that have been born in these 2 years where there's light created. There's also going to be shadows. Where did those Zarbon and Dodoria like cabaret club girls come from? Carry out Plan Omega. Bring the hammer down on the soiled hero. There's no time for his. Where the hell did this dark cabaret club girl army come from? Was Lord Frieza also born during those 2 years? Man, it looks like the Empress of Kabukicho is still going strong as ever. Konda-san, sorry, I'm late. The food is finally done. Konda-san, yeah, the misdirect with Otai's tummy. Sorry about always having you do stuff like this and all. Nah, it's no biggie. Despite how I look, I'll be a house husband pretty soon, and I have to make sure Taya gets all the nutrition she needs in her meals. But I hope they did make it. I hope I at least hope that they gave this to Kondo, man. I think he deserved it. Man, I hope they made it canon instead of making it a joke. I really wanted it for Kondo so bad. It's fine if you're concerned about the new paths everyone's taken at Taisan. But you need to think about your own new path too. I know. I see. A house husband, huh? Hasegawa-san certainly was surprising, but I never would have thought that you would, yeah. I'd be lying if I said it was an easy decision. Letter of resignation. But when that war ended, I definitely felt that one of my duties had ended. They overcome the war and surpassed me. There's nothing left for me to teach them. And he looks cooler here, man. He looks more mature. He really looks like a fatherly figure. But anyhow, both with leading the Shinsengumi and being a dad, there are roles where you have to be willing to risk your life. Trying to do both of them would be disrespectful to both of them. This life of mine that I have devoted to the sword, I'm now going to devote to my family. I see. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. You two can have dinner together, just the two of you. Shinpachi-kun, I'm giving both you and Asagawa-san my full support. So in my eyes, both of you know everyone are all fine heroes. Everyone started on new paths. Everyone started moving forward. It's just me that's my. Time is a fearsome thing, isn't it? Never did I think those two would end up having a shotgun wedding. Though us old timers haven't gotten a single new wrinkle in these 2 years. I guess the flow of time really is different when you're younger. And yeah, I don't remember what happened to Catherine. Why did she became a lot older? Look, she looked much older now. What are you talking about? You sure as hell got two new wrinkles in the corner of your eyes, Atose. She looks old. I guess she looks like she's as old as Atose now. Catherine-san, did your face perhaps get hit by a time machine? It is something like time that causes something like this. What causes it is the final chapter. Dang it. The kanji card and implied meaning under the phrase under reading as Final Fantasy here is the final chapter mating season. When manga get near the last chapter nowadays, all the characters suddenly pair up. And the Final Fantasy phenomenon starts running rampant. Catherine-san, I'm going to run your face over one more time. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying that if we get too careless, we might end up stuck with some characters we had no previous connection to? It's really so scary. I can't sleep. Hey, somebody go grab a DeLorean for me. Shut up, you old bats. Any man on earth would Dragon Quest on their own before they Final Fantasy with 1 million. Is that what Dragon Quest means? We ain't talking to you. What are you gonna do if your character's flag is raised, you old goat? I'm in hell. Do not get in a panic, bad body. Would you please not talk to me? My flag is raised. That is right. Your beloved sister had all sorts of things done to her by that gorilla after all. That kanji implied meaning of Dragon Quest is here. Slay my own dragon. I was totally certain that girl had a crush on Gintoki. Hey, old granny, quit it. That's creepy. I thought the chances for that Final Fantasy were pretty high. I guess it was the kind of touching Final Fantasy where him gone. He comforted her when she was feeling lonely. I guess it kind of felt like Ota is like the main ship for Gintoki from the beginning. But I think that somewhat changed along the way. I think with the introduction of Kondo, and I guess Kondo felt more like Otae's stalker from the beginning. But I think eventually that changed and it grew. And I think I really wanted their ship even more. But I think the one that I really felt like that they have, the one that really had great chemistry with Gintoki was, for me, it was Tsukuyo. I think Tsukuyo really, I think the dynamic between Tsukuyo and Gintoki felt more like more romantically. And I think with Otai, it never really was, it never really felt like that there was like a romance side to it. And I think Sachan would be even more stronger contender for that with Gintoki than Otai. But I guess because Otai was the one of the earliest female characters that was introduced aside from Kagura, because it's definitely not going to be Kagura, because Kagura is more like the little sister type. And it's never really like any kind of romantic connection that it felt like with both of them. It for me it definitely felt more like with Tsukuyo. And I think Tsukuyo really, I don't know, they're dynamic, and they're whenever they're together, it felt more like romantically. It felt, if we could feel that Gin is more romantically attracted to Tsukuyo rather than just a friendly banter. I don't know, it's just my own opinion. But it is amazing how the start of Final Fantasy went so well. Yeah, you're right. You say that rather than doing the loving themselves, women prefer that being loved type of Final Fantasy, don't they? No one says that, and seriously, why do you feel the need to keep going? This is the world's most vomit-inducing girl talk. If I had to make a judgment call, I'd say this is the definite good Final Fantasy. He may have been a stalker, but they did have a lot of interaction, so it was a Final Fantasy that did not feel abrupt. If you're being strict about it, they were in mating season before even the final chapter, so it was not a very Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Knock it off already. You guys are just doing this so you can keep using the phrase Final Fantasy, aren't you? That's never gonna catch on. It's just making the scene really noisy. Let's make that last one the Final Fantasy, okay? Enough already. Now you are just saying Final Fantasies to say it too. What's with you? We're just trying to cheer you up because you seemed down after your sister got taken from you. Then how about you show us some wedding photos? Show us the photos of the gorilla and the female gorilla. Here. Man, I was so disappointed that they did this. But I guess it's just Sorachi making fun of the trope. But man, I really hope for Kondo to have that, man. Maybe maybe in, I guess it's a fan fiction now. with Otai and Kondo. Man. Wow, Otai-san really got big in the little while I hadn't seen her. That's not Otai. Ah, here she is. That's a gorilla. This one is her. That's a gorilla. That's a gorilla born from a gorilla and a gorilla. It was a political marriage. The male is a house husband. While doing his usual stalking, he was training to be a house husband, so he just up and started making us food. It's been surprisingly tasty. She put on some weight, still I couldn't stop him. That's just a warrior's compassion. Whether a flag's been raised or not, regardless of race, age, gender, or whether or not you remember it, it doesn't matter. This is the manga's Final Fantasy, so please do be careful. One of my favorites. I finally found you, Mama. Is the person in the glasses over there my mommy? My favorite. Tama. Question corner. Got a perfect sure pen named Matsukawa Aki's question. Please tell me if there's any food or drink Takasugi likes besides Yakult. Thank you very much. Takasugi likes Yakult yogurt and that sort of thing because he is always furrowing his brow and living his life under so much stress, and he instinctually likes putting nice mellow lactic acid type stuff in his stomach. By the way, Sakamoto is an idiot that likes hamburger steaks, curry with rice, and ramen. Oh. The cute Tama. Oh. But yeah, I think I might have to end it here. Because I don't know, my sinuses is I don't know, it's making me talk hard. I don't know, maybe it's because of from the previous chapters that made me quite emotional, that I don't know, it feels like my rose is kind of runny. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the read through, and man, it's been really great reliving these moments of Gintama. It's definitely an amazing arc with the end of Utsuro, and yeah, the art style, man, it's so amazing. It's so detailed, and yeah, it definitely made me bring me to tears again. And the intensity of each shot, each panel, you could definitely say that it's much better compared to the anime. I think the benefits of with anime is it's always been the music, the voice actors, and I guess it depends on the animation, but I think the art style of the manga itself is has been a highlight with the manga. And I guess the benefit of me watching has what that watched the anime first is that I somewhat reminisce the music and also the voice actors. You remember how distinct their voice was, and in some way it's like replaying in my mind as I read each panel. So it's been a great it's been really great reading this manga, and I'm really thankful that someone, I guess, it just suggested that I reread the manga. And I guess there's some parts that are not from the anime, and at the same time I think I don't even remember some of them. uh and but yeah, I really enjoyed the art style, the 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 intensity of the expressions of the characters, and I'm really looking forward to, I guess, seeing the final chapter, the final arc again. And but I think we were going to be, I wonder if they're going to show the filler moments with Kondo. Maybe they will with Gorilla, and then eventually they will continue with the main story with Gintoki and Takasugi. So yeah, I think we only 30 chapters or more from now on. So maybe the next read through will be my final. I will try if it if it can be my final read through. But yeah, I wonder how beautiful it will be, because the movie was amazing. The final moments with Takasugi and Gintoki, I wonder how much emotions it will convey into manga pages in here. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my read through, and if you want to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe if this is your first time here. You could also support my channel through super chats or super thanks, or if you join my memberships, it would really help support the channel and be able to keep on doing this. And thanks for watching, and see you on my next live stream. Have a great day. Goodbye.